Welcome to the Castanet Studios. I'm Rob Balsdon, joined by a very special guest today. This is really exciting. Tom Green.
Great to be here. Thanks, Rob.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Awesome.
Now, I know it's not your first.
Right.
Yeah, there is an audience.
Look at
This is crazy.
Studio audience here.
I'm getting a little nervous.
Welcome to the Okanagan Valley.
Oh, we live here.
Oh, yeah. I'm welcoming myself to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to welcome
Great
you.
to be here in the Okanagan Valley right now.
Not your first time.
No.
I know you filmed the movie up at Big White before.
Yeah, Shred and Shred 2. We did the original and a sequel all at once.
And when did you film those? How long
That's
ago?
how much of a hit we knew Shred was going to be. That we shot the sequel before it even came out.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Good. And they were both successful movies?
Yeah, it was great. It was really cool. It was with Dave England from Jackass, and we spent a few weeks up there at, I spent a few weeks, they were there for longer, but I spent a few weeks up at Big White. Got some runs in. Always great to be here in Kelowna, in the heart of the Okanagan Valley, right on the banks of Lake Okanagan.
You've done your research.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Are you going to do any skiing while you're up here this time?
You know, I'm just in and out here. I'm doing the show Thursday night at the Kelowna Community Theatre at 8 o'clock, and then I'm off to Victoria and Nanaimo. I was just in Whistler, though, a few weeks ago. Did some snowboarding out there, which was cool.
Nice.
I like to ride the snowboard. And it's been cool. I'm on tour. I'm on a world tour.
So this is a comedy world tour.
Yeah.
Now, I think most people know you from television, movie. I mean, stand-up comedy for you has only been in the last few years that you've started to hit the live stage again, is it not?
Sort of. Well, it's when I started doing it again full-time about 3 or 4 years ago. But I started doing stand-up when I was a kid, when I was like 15 years old, at Yuck Yucks in Ottawa, Canada. And I did it for many years there when I was before my show. And then when the show got going, I kind of stopped focusing on it and did the Tom Green show for years until it got on MTV. But the last few years, I've been really focusing on touring. It's been fun.
Now, I mean, you're known as a stunt guy on TV and in the movies. You do like some wild stuff. But how would you explain your stand-up set?
It's just ridiculous and outrageous comedy. You should come see it. If you like stand-up comedy, you'll like the show. If you liked my old TV show, you'll also like the show. It's got something for everyone in there. I mean, I think, I'm a bit older now. Obviously, we're all getting older.
Does it
I'm not
change
younger
anything?
now.
Come on,
I'm older.
Yeah, probably.
And when you get older, you sort of have more opinions and more things that you want to communicate to your audience, and and I think stand-up's always been a place for that, to talk about social issues and political things, as well as just make people think about the world we're living in a little differently. So I'm enjoying it a lot.
Now, are you still doing television and movies, or are you just like focusing on
I'm in the new Trailer Park Boys movie. I just shot that. It's coming out this year. It's called SwearNet. It's going to be hilarious. We're going to get her done there, eh? And that was a lot of fun. And I just did a new TV episode of this new Canadian TV show called Seed, which is coming out this year, which is going to be a great show. And I just launched a new podcast, which is a month ago. It's called Tom Green Radio. You can get it on iTunes and on tomgreen.com. And it's one of the top comedy podcasts in the world after only 1 month. It's doing really well. So download it and listen to it today. It's a radio show.
Who have you had on so far?
I interview comedians and people. I had Kat Von D and Dead Mouse on. They're engaged, and Canadian, Dead Mouse, right?
Yeah.
And tattooer, Kat Von D. And I had Steve-O from Jackass on. I had Andrew Dice Clay on the show. I've got Harland Williams coming up on an episode soon, and we've just done a few episodes, just getting started.
What's the name again of the podcast?
It's called Tom Green Radio, and you can get it on my website and on iTunes.
Awesome. So, I mean, you've done everything, it sounds like. I mean, you started as a rapper.
Yeah, obviously. I did some rapping when I was in high school, was nominated for a Juno Award.
Oh, and you won Much Vibe Best Rap Video Award. I have that written on this paper.
Yeah, won the CMVA, Canadian Music Video Award
yes,
in 1992.
Nice.
For our song Check the OR, You Like It So Far.
Tough like algebra, but I'm twisted. You misfit, meet the better man. Gonna razz you just like Letterman. Hip-hop, not a weasel going pop. You don't stop, check the OR. Check the OR, you like it so far. Check the OR, you like it so far.
When I did that song, I didn't realize it at the time, but I got sucked into a East Coast, West Coast Canadian hip-hop beef. It was sort of like the Canadian version of Biggie and Tupac, except without quite as disastrous of a result. But it was the West Coast group, the Little Rascals, had beef with us.
No way.
Yeah, I found out about this later. It was scary. I almost got popped by Spanky and Alfalfa. That's Canadian hip-hop for you, you know? It's a hardcore, mean sort of environment.
Can you throw down for us?
No, I don't throw down.
You don't throw down?
No.
Man, I sound white there. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
From rap.
You are white.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for noticing. Also, I grew a beard out for this. I wanted to sort of have that beard camaraderie.
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
you feel it?
I do. I love it.
There's an energy here.
Love it. Yeah, love it.
Like
love
if we walked
beards.
by each other on the street, we'd have to nod.
Yeah. Fellow bearded warriors.
That's right. It's
John Walker Lind, American Taliban. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Sort of a David Koresh thing you got going on there.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it quite
Really
like
nice.
that. Yeah, thank you. Thanks
Looks
so
good.
much. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
Awesome. So back to what I was saying about everything you've done. Is comedy, how does it rank up there with your television shows, with movies? Do you prefer the live audience?
Yeah, I do actually.
What is it that's
It's the most fun thing because you have a real adrenaline rush you get from the crowd, and you know, especially being in Canada. And I mean, it's been cool everywhere. Australia, it's great too. There's certain places in the world where I go where people really responded to the Tom Green Show and to Freddie Got Fingered, which was shot in British Columbia. And movies like Road Trip and things like that. And so when they come out, there's a lot of excitement there. And then we do this crazy show, and you really feel the sort of energy of that, which you don't get when you're making a movie or a television show because it's very mechanical. And unless you have a great studio audience like this, right? Then that's that right there. Well, it's a little more energetic at my show than that, but
Yeah, well, it's late in the day.
yeah, you know, I know we're sort of, but you know, still good. That was good, but I mean, you know, come
You
on,
want us
like
to
come
do it
on,
again?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, hooray, beers, cocaine.
Yeah, you've only been in Kelowna a while. You're learning. Yeah,
I don't do drugs.
No,
I don't do drugs.
I don't encourage it either.
I just yelled cocaine to be shocking and outrageous.
And that you were.
Yeah.
No, I do comedy, and I always get asked this question, and I don't mind it, but do you have like a story? Like, what's a Tom Green bad night? Do people ever show up trying to be funnier than Tom Green? Like being rude and ignorant? What's that
I don't
like?
have bad nights. I just sort of basically murder it every time. It's
Well, I would expect that.
massive destruction. Seriously. Yeah. I've never had a bad night. I do get hecklers occasionally, but I like when somebody heckles because it just gives you sort of permission to go in and just sort of completely berate and destroy somebody for 10 minutes, which is nice. It's nice being given that sort of slip that says you can be a complete to somebody, right?
Yeah.
I like that. You can say on the internet, right?
Well, you did twice.
So it gives you that freedom to just sort of go after someone. Because I don't really go after people in the audience if they're just having a good time and having fun. I like everybody to have fun. But if anyone ever heckles me, then it's all bets are off at that point.
For the most part, they're supporters of yours in the first place. I would imagine they're not there to.
Yeah, no, it's always good. It's always good. It's going to be the most incredible stand-up comedy performance that you've ever seen in your entire life when you come to the show. It really will be. Yeah, it really will be.
Yeah.
It's just it's a pandemonium. It's high energy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, well, I mean, just in close, I mean, you've done a lot of things.
You got to sell it, right? You got to sell it. Really tell them.
We should see if anyone here is going to. Is everybody here going to go to the show? Round of applause. Do we know if to see that?
To be big.
That's pretty big.
Great to be here in Kelowna, man.
Pretty big.
Yeah, you know, because I've been touring all over the world, in Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, Adelaide, London, England. I've been to Edinburgh Comedy Festival in Scotland, 14 nights in a row sold out in Edinburgh. Vancouver, Whistler, Chicago, New York, Toronto. And now I'm in Kelowna, and we want to sell this sucker out, man. We want to get 800 people out to the Kelowna Community Theatre and turn it into just massive hysteria, right? We're going to get drunk after the show. We're going to go wandering around the streets, wasted together. We'll take pictures for our evil Facebook pages and our Twitter accounts. Tweet me, by the way, at Tom Green Live is my Twitter address, and I will retweet you, and it's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, what besides the tour that you're currently on, any big things in the works other than your podcast, this current tour that you've got coming up?
Pretty much the podcast right now is a big thing. The Trailer Park Boys movie is going to be a big thing. That's I'd watch for that. I'd say right now, go check out the podcast.
Awesome.
Yep.
And that's online as well if we go to...
TomGreen.com or iTunes.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I need to thank you for coming in. Show's tomorrow night, Kelowna Community Theatre, 8 o'clock. And tickets are still available at keynotetickets.com. Thank you very much for coming in, Tom.
Thanks,
I appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Great to be here. Okanagan Valley!
can help them! We can revive them! Come back!
I mean, weird things I think of here, like what goes on in your head when you're humping the moose?
I'm thinking this better be some good video because we got to get some people to tune into my public access TV show so I can stop working at Dairy Queen.
Is a moose the biggest animal you've humped?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's the only animal I've humped.
Okay, we were curious about that too. Ragnar and I were talking earlier.
Yeah, only
maybe
animal.
small, like a squirrel or that.
Never humped a squirrel.
You don't want to.
Suck milk out of a cow's udder.
Yeah, actually, like mouth to udder.
Yeah.
What were you thinking then?
I was thinking people better watch this so I can get picked up by MTV and move to Los Angeles and not have to work at Dairy Queen anymore.